Okay, it is the 18th of October and it's Sunday, and we haven't even gotten our first frost or freeze yet for the year. I guess the forecast said, next Saturday we'll get our first freeze, and then we might get some snow after that. Don't know for sure. That'd be interesting. Our garden isn't very much. We still got some plants that are alive, like the Brussels sprouts, and you can see the trees are changing over there. So yeah, it's crazy that it's the middle of October, and last year we already had, last year all the leaves were down on the trees already by now. It's cold. We already had our first freeze. So here's where the pumpkins were. You can see some of their leaves. Some parts of it are still alive, like these 2 pumpkins there, but they're not gonna make it because of the freeze that we'll be getting soon. Yeah, there's horses behind the field. These are where the sunflowers used to be. There's a big one still there. And this is the log with all the mushrooms. This was all covered up when the pumpkins were here. There's tons of pumpkins with all leaves and couldn't really see under it. It's crazy. And that's where the swing set were. It's over there where the pool's at, or where the pool used to be. So, yep. And here's the Brussels sprouts. They're probably ready. One of them is leaves. You just gotta be careful because there's so many different types of spider nests under here. And spiders and webs and all that stuff. We saw like really dangerous spiders. Let me get my shadow out the way here. There's little curling Brussels sprouts. Little ones on the side, those are the curls. Those are basically the Brussels sprouts. So under there is where they're at. And then there's the squash. Not very much. I mean, like, they're still squash, but they're not gonna do anything really much. So yeah, here's the green onions and the lettuce and the store mix lettuce plant. We didn't really get anything out of it. Don't know how that's supposed to work or whatever this even is. We didn't really know. But we fed it to the horses. And there's old lettuce and stuff. And then here's some more sunflowers that kind of tipped over. Another horse. So yep. And then here's where the cucumbers were. You can see a little cucumber right here. It's like the size of like a little tiny pickle. It's really tiny. Several little tiny ones. There's another one right here and right here. So they're probably not going to get any bigger. This is probably about the biggest one. I don't think it's going to grow anymore. It probably needs to be picked. So yeah, these are all pickles and are what are called cucumbers. And these are the zucchinis. They're not really getting bigger either. They're just kind of like this. So yeah, these were the plants. There's another one right here. And then these ones, there's little tinier ones, but they're probably not going to do anything. Sprinklers are now off. They turned off. They were supposed to be off by the 15th, but they weren't fully off until the 16th. So about 2 days ago. So now that the sprinklers are shut off, we were able to put our stuff for decorations in the front yard. So we haven't done that yet, but we'll probably do that soon. So, yep. And then over here is where the watermelons were. They're still here. There's still one more left. This one got smashed right here, but it was rotting anyways, and it wasn't gonna get any bigger. This one we're about to pick. I'm probably about to pick after this video because it's ready and it's not gonna grow anymore. And so, yeah, this is probably our last one because the plant's dying. It's about dead. So, yep. And then over here, there's this big sunflower which it's still blooming and a little bit. It's still blooming. Got a little bit of flowers still. It's tipped over definitely because the wind. It's all the way up there. It was tall. It was like our tallest one. But it was cool. Yeah, still got some blooms on there. And then, holy crap, that scared me. The horses are going crazy. There's a honeydew melon right there. I'm not going to go in there because there's a yellow jacket down there. I don't know if you can see it. And then the cantaloupe. This one's ready, I think. I think it's ready, I guess. Another honeydew melon, cringe-out, whatever they're called. And then, yep, and I think that's all we have. Those vines right there, the Virginia creeper vines are changing colors. And then I know over at Horsfield, I noticed when I went over there to get one of our balls, some of our squash grew all the way on the other side, but I don't think there was any squash. They all grew down here too. So, yep. Now we're going back to, alright, I guess we'll go over to this part of the house where the The bushes are it's the lilies are starting to change yellow. They usually start to change like the normal trees or whatever, so that's kind of cool. Then it changes like an orangish brown, like this color. So yeah, here's the sweet williams. They're still blooming, so that's cool. Here's the blueberry bush right here. It's doing good, and then the blackberry bush that got super huge, all over the place. So yeah, we'll probably be getting an air conditioner soon. I'll go here because all we have is a swamp cooler. I'll try to get an air conditioner this fall. So hopefully that won't be in the way. Somebody's socks over here because they were left in the yard, and we were. I was here, and the people came to. We have these people come and spray stuff in our yard, like fertilizer and stuff, every few months, and so they were doing that, and these socks in the way, so they threw them in the garden. I guess they did that with everything in your yard, so we gotta pick up that, I guess. But they didn't mind, I guess. I don't know. This is where the basil was. They're getting more flowers, so that's cool. And then there's the rose bush back here. It's got to go bloom right there, and another one coming. So yeah. And then the petunias. These got so big. Like they were so small. Like when we first planted them, they just grew all over the place. So yeah, they're doing good. And over here's the tomatoes and cherry tomatoes and all that stuff. The asparagus beans used to be. Got so many tomatoes. These are normal ones. This is part of the asparagus bean plant. All this. It's kind of like behind here, but also this is like so much. So these normal tomatoes made themselves all the way over here. So this is all part of the normal tomato plant. You can see normal tomatoes all the way over here now. So that's crazy. Yeah. And then back here we got, well, this is where more normal tomatoes, but here's the strawberry plants that we had that basically got like buried by everything else, but they're still there. So yeah, and then there's the more normal tomatoes. We still got so many cherry tomatoes that we gotta pick too. Here's the normal cherry tomatoes, the red ones, and more normal tomatoes. Our normal tomatoes haven't been so good this year. They've been had all these cracks in them, and then they've been rotting, and half of them's been green, and then half of them's been red, and then by the time the green is all red, it's already rotted, so that's what sucks. But yeah, here's the other cherry tomatoes. You can see some of the sun sugar down there where that sprinkler is at, and then still more cherry tomatoes. They just grew all over the place. Here's more sun sugar right here, and then normal tomatoes all mixed together. And the sun sugars made it all the way over here. This is kind of where they were planted. And then these are the peppers. So the peppers over here are starting to do good. They've grown all of a sudden all the way up to here, so that's cool. I can see some peppers white right up here all of a sudden. The little tiny ones. So yeah, there's this pepper got a hole in it. This one, I don't know if it's good or not. Oh yeah, half of it's green. And this one's got that little black spot, and then I don't know why this one's so small and it's already red. That's weird. So yeah, we have all these peppers still. So yeah. And then over here we have more peppers and the cherry tomatoes behind it, the sun sugar ones. So the peppers didn't do too well this year. So that's kind of that sucks. But you know, definitely a lot of plants now go in the front yard. Oh, looks like they got the Halloween decorations set up already. Here's our plants, the ones in the front yard, the petunias. Right here, we got the firecracker perennials that have been done blooming for a while now. And then there's a lily plant right behind it. It's been done for a while too. And then there's another lily, more petunias, a bush, more of these other stuff, and then you can see some snapdragons back there, those little neon yellow flowers. And where's all this spider web if I can figure out how to get over here? The dog is going crazy. Sorry about that. So here's the lilies. These are the big pumpkin plant I was talking about. I'm gonna go around. Here's the tree. I'll show you that in a second. There's this tree right here, the Douglas fir tree. And there's the aspen tree. I didn't show it because there's people walking by and I don't know if they want to be on camera or not. Here's our pumpkins, the ones from the garden. And then We have some little decorations, all these pumpkins. And then here's the bushes. And I'll show you these ones. So here's our normal pumpkin plant. Or not the normal one, the one that grew from last year that had these jack-o'-lanterns that we carved last year. And I guess one of the seeds grew over here somewhere. So this whole plant grew out. It's made it all the way over here now, so you can see some little tiny pumpkins. And all the flowers back there, and then you can see some more pumpkins over here. So that's cool. The vine got super huge. So there's where the pumpkin kind of started. And then there's all these petunias and more pumpkins from our garden. These ones we got from the pumpkin patch, and then the rest of those ones are just normal. So there's the white flowers right here. I don't know exactly what they are. Here's the petunias, more of them. And this bush that's grown all the way up. And I hear police sirens. Here's Belle. Yeah, she's 15 now. And here's the rest of our boxwood bushes, and then the lilies and firecrackers. And oh yeah, here's these flowers that are still blooming. I think they're called garden wonders or whatever. And the pumpkins got spider webs on them, so that's cool. We've been decorating for Halloween a lot lately, and it makes it look pretty cool. Fake hibiscuses, or whatever they're called, snapdragons, and then there's this bush right here that's got the spider web. Was the little tiny, what was it called? Little tiny Sweet William. Yeah, so that's about it. This flower has been doing good. It's like two different plants, because this one's like tipped over, and then these ones were blooming first. Now this one's doing good. This is like a really big flower, so that's cool. Don't know why the police sirens are so loud. It must be close. Here's the other bushes, and then the cat spruce bush, whatever it's called. And then here's our front lawn. And here's our Halloween decorations getting set up right now. So, and then in the backyard, back to where, I'll just show you through here in the garage. Yeah, we have to go to, if you go to the area where the pool used to be, I'll show you that area, because I'll always show you the fence, kind of where all these vines are and stuff. So, there's the Virginia creeper with all the berries or whatever. And they're not normal berries, they're just seeds. They're like, not blueberries, they're just Virginia creepers. Vines, and they're a weed for birds to eat. Here's the box elder maple. It's got yellows and stuff on it. So that's cool, it's changing. Leaves have fallen already. Still got more that need to fall though. And then the other side is the Russian olive. So yep, and then here's the grapevine, leaves those reds and stuff. And more Virginia creeper. And more grapevines back here. And then grapes all the way in their yard. So yep, see this, you can kind of see grapes over there. I don't know for sure if you can see. So yeah, and there's a bunch of grapes over here. So yeah, they like to grow on our side of the fence, but it's not really our grapes. They planted them. So here's the shed and all that stuff. So that's about it. And I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll keep you updated, because our garden isn't really going to do much anymore, but you know, I haven't been doing it towards as much because it's been stopping, but I'll keep you updated. Maybe before and after the snowstorm or the freeze we'll get. So that'll be crazy, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll keep you updated.